Good afternoon. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you're new to the channel, please hit the notification bell. And today we got ourselves a quality check with the Model 3. So without further ado, let's get right to it. All right, so we have ourselves a quality check with the Model 3. And this happens to be the red Model 3 with the standard wheels. These are the standard wheels that come underneath your aero wheels. And if you keep the aero wheels on, those offer you the best and furthest, longest range. If you take these off, the range may decrease by a little bit. Okay, so let's continue on with the quality check. And red is probably my favorite color. So looking at the left side, let's see if there's any discoloration, making sure that the fender matches the hood and the hood matches the bumper. Now looking from the left to the right. Now let's take a look at these wheels on the driver's side door. Now let's continue on to the driver's side door. It's not bad. That's what we want to see. Let's take a look at the interior. Now let's take a look at the door to see if it's flush, and it is flush. Now let's take a look at the rear to see if it's flush, and it is flush. Let's take a, okay, so yeah, this door is flush. Now taking a look at the gap over here, it's nice and tight, and that's what we want to see. Taking a look over here, this gap is also tight. Checking the charge port door. Now let's take a look at the rear. Checking the lights and see if it's flush. And I can definitely say that the current Model 3s that are being built right now, the quality is definitely better than the Model Ys. The Model Ys are having the issue. The Model 3s, due to the fact that they've been able to ramp up production and produce many Model 3s, they've got the build down pat. So I would say that now is definitely the best time. But there is a paint imperfection. Wait a minute. If you look right over here, on a lot of Model 3s, you'll see that paint imperfection. That is very minor. It's something that can be fixed. They'll probably touch it up. So it's most noticeable on the white Model 3s and the other colors. On the gray and black, you can barely even see it. So if you taking delivery of a new Model 3, make sure to go check the back there. It's located on the passenger side right by the trunk there, and you might find a little stamp there. If you have the white, it's definitely noticeable. So okay, this door also pokes out a little bit. So even though it has minor issues, I'm still gonna give this Model 3 a pass. But I would definitely have those issues addressed, and I definitely would have somebody at Tesla fix all those issues before I were to take delivery. Now let's move on to another Model 3. All right, so we have a black Model 3 here, and it has the upgraded wheels. Now let's take a look at the left side, making sure the fender matches the hood and the hood matches the bumper. Moving on to the right side, and with the black, you're definitely going to notice swirl marks, discoloration, and well, not discoloration, but swirl marks and minor scratches. See, if you look closely here, I don't know if you can pick it up, but I do see some swirl marks that may have come from them buffing the vehicle. So if you're taking delivery of especially a black Model 3, the first upgrade you should do is paint protection film. It's going to cost you about $4,000 to do paint protection film across the whole vehicle. If you can't afford that, I highly recommend that you at least do the front of the vehicle to prevent rock chips or any type of damage to your paint, especially with the black Model 3. Taking a look at the driver's side wheel. Now let's take a look over here. Taking a look at this gap. You want it to be nice and tight, and that's what you want to see. Now let's take a look at the interior. Let's take a look over here. And it is flush. Now let's check the rear door to see if it's flush, and it is flush. Okay. I do wish that this gap was a little bit tighter, but it's not that bad. And I actually, it's not that good either. So this panel does not meet up with this panel over here. This sits a little bit up, and this gap is a little bit too big. So definitely would have an issue with this particular Model 3. The Model 3s are not perfect, but I definitely can assure you that the build quality is better than the Model 1. Now let's take a look over here. And let's take a look to see if the door is flush. And it is flush. Take a look at the door handle, see if it's flush, and it is flush. Actually, this door pokes out a bit. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to fail this Model 3. Now let's move on to our final Model 3 for the evening. All right, so we have our final Model 3, and it happens to be the white Model 3 with the standard wheels. And one thing I've also noticed about Model 3s is that Tesla has started to use different manufacturers when it comes to tires. So they've currently sourcing tires from Michelin, Hankook, Continental, and Pirelli. So depending on which wheel configuration you get, you'll get a tire that matches. And also, many of you may not know that with the Michelin, they come with a 90,000 kilometer warranty. With Tesla and the Model 3s, and due to the fact that they have a lot of torque, you're probably going to run through some tires quickly. But I know that Michelin has a tire warranty that's 90,000 kilometers, and they're willing to actually give you a free set of tires or 50% off, which is a discount on a brand new set if you're able to prove that your tires wore out fast. Trust me, I know about this because I've actually done it to my vehicle. I've gotten a set of new tires. So make sure if you got the Michelins, do yourself a warranty claim if you have to, if your tires end up balding too quickly. Okay, taking a look at the left side. Now let's take a look at the hood and the bumper. Now taking a look at the right side and taking a look over here at these wheels. Now taking a look over here, you see that the door is as tight as possible. Now let's take a look at the interior, and remember, if after you've done a quality check on the exterior, that's when you want to focus on the interior. You want to check underneath the seats. You want to check the steering wheel. You want to check the center console. You want to check their glove box, both sides of the doors. You want to check your rear seats. Make sure that everything's built to the best of their ability. Now let's continue on and finish off our last Model 3. So it is flush, and it is flush. So, this gap is tight, but definitely would love to see that this gap is a little bit tighter. Let's take a look at the rear, see if it's flush. And let's take a look at the right side to see if it's flush. So about the paint imperfection on the white Model 3s. If you look closely right here, that's the paint imperfection that I'm talking about. Make sure to have it corrected. let them know. Let's take a look over here, see if it's flush, and it is flush. Door handle sits a little bit in, and it's flush, and it's flush. I'm really contemplating whether to give this a pass or a fail, because that gap, you know what? Tesla can do better. I'm giving this a fail. So if you're thinking about ordering a Model 3, I definitely would say that make sure, bring somebody with you. Have an extra set of eyes. Remember, 4 eyes are better than 2. And I want you to challenge the person that you bring to find a defect on your vehicle. Make it a little game, you know, like ask them, hey, can you point out any error with my vehicle? You know, just see if they can find anything that's wrong, you know. Bring a quality checklist. If you need a checklist, I strongly suggest that you go to electricbuyers.com, where you can download a checklist for free. It's my website and I provide it for free. Go to the website, print it out, and bring it with you during delivery day. And I tell you, it's going to save you a lot of trouble. So, all right, that's all I got to say. So thank you and have a nice day.
Hey, would you like to win a Tesla Model 3? All you have to do is like, share, comment, and subscribe. And one lucky subscriber will win a Tesla Model 3.